What?
Wow.
It's the
I'm gonna tribute to Kobe. Did I just tell you that?
Show.
I'm on live.
That's
now, what did you say?
It's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson.
I had to give him a BC team, or at least a semi-BC team, you know. Tribute to my boy. Shut up, Tiffany, if I punch you in the face. Look, I'm live. Look. Hey, I'm live, look. I'm live.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. Always excited for starting out the new season right, and they find themselves playing against Minnesota. In a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. But you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns, and it's Rubio in at the point guard position.
And no doubt. The Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster, and at times they were just feasted upon on the inside.
Here is Bryant, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. A nice shot by Bryant.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Wiggins against Young, and a wide open look here for Wiggins. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Lakers did have problems defending inside, Greg. You're right, both on drives, Clark, and on post-ups.
Yeah, you know, they were second to last in the league in rim. And rim protection is more than just blocking shots. So they got a lot of blocks as a team, but anything they didn't block went in.
Here's Rubio, following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Garnett, and Bynum pulls it down.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Here's Levine, and he gets it to go.
But he always
Levine's got his first bucket of the night.
Sometimes you can catch the defense napping when you make a strong pass like that in transition.
Randall with a screen for Bryant. A 3, and the shot is good.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Timberwolves trail. Rubio the pass to Levine. Back to Rubio. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Randall with the bucket.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Levine, guarded by Kobe.
You gotta get Kobe a fast break.
Rubio in the corner. Connects from 3-point range. Rubio's got 5 points so far.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Bryant. 7 points in the game. Dishes to Russell. Back to Young. From outside the arc, that's good. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And one feels bad.
Kobe with the dunk.
I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
And he was. And unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the Summer League. And the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And, you know, going back to Randall's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The 5th metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft.
Some changes for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Gorgie Dang comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Levine. And Zhang kicks to Wiggins, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Wiggins has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And talking about Randall's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did season-ending surgery on the foot as well. Hopefully, now he can just stay healthy and get to play the game he loves.
The Lakers have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Bryant has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 12 points for Kobe Bryant.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
And stolen by Russell. And Kobe throws it down hard.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And Muhammad gets it to go.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Now here's Kobe. 14 points for him. For 3. Russell, no luck. 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. From 11 feet away, hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Outside Bryant.
I'm going to tell you, John, what to do, boy. What to do, boy.
Got it off in time, and it goes at the buzzer.
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
No explanation, no excuses, no hesitation, no fear. Just tremendous execution.
And Kobe Bryant dealing with the wear and tear of a decade. He talks about how he remains effective.
Well, you have to make adjustments. You know, you try to figure out what you can and can't do, and you have to try to learn that pretty quickly and figure out how effective you can be. And so it's just about making adjustments.
Well, at Kobe's age, and with the 2 years worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of great adjustments? Or is that another way of saying he has to limit everyone's expectation, including his own?
You know what? When it comes to Kobe Bryant, history has shown that the normal rules just don't apply. I think it's the rest of the league that's going to have to adjust to a well-rested and still very lethal Black Mamba.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Levine teaming up in the backcourt. Anthony Towns and Pekovic are up front, and it's Muhammad in at the 3 spot. Now here's Towns. Pass to Pekovic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Pekovic has got his first points in this one. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backdoor and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Levine, the Lakers with the rebound. Young outside from deep three-point range. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Young's got 6 points.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch. They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. There was a time when the media had written off Shabazz Muhammad as an impact player he showed last year. He belongs in this NBA.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, he improved in every facet of the game, and sometimes we tend to write guys off a little too soon, Kevin. The media in general, not you in particular. He's been a big-time performer for the Wolves.
And the Lakers with some changes. Brandon Bass is checked in for Bynum. Granger comes in for Nick Young. And it's Williams in for Kobe. And a change for the Timberwolves. Garnett's checked in. Now, here's Clarkson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. That'll be Minnesota.
Good shit out there, boy.
Timberwolves retain possession.
Yep.
Minnesota with the ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
Best time to buy airline tickets.
And Muhammad kicks to Rubio.
Best time to buy
5 to shoot. Muhammad, no luck. Los Angeles has gone 1 or 2 on 3 quarters here in the second quarter so far.
Get me? Did we? No, I think it was Saturday.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Rubio misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Bass with the screen. Here's Clarkson. And again, the Lakers, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Levine can't hit.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 6 assists now in the game. Kicks it out to Granger. Shot from 16. Good. He hits the jump shot. Granger's got the game tied up here for the Lakers. A young team trying to find their place in the league can have it tough on the road, Clark, and the 2015 Timberwolves typified that sentiment.
In spades, 7-34 on the road last season. Dead last in the West as they won only 3 road games against the rest of the conference.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. Muhammad was the focus and wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
And with the Wolves on the road, that they shot threes better and had better offense, they would still lose by double digits on average.
Here's Levine. He has 7. Back to Wiggins. And Hibbert with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Lakers in 5th.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Payne, he's checked in for Kevin Garnett.
And, you know, guys, for the Wolves on the road last year, it was hard because they are in the West. I mean, we've talked before about how far they have to travel as a team for their road games. Some hang time on that rim. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Now here's Hibbert. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Hibbert's got 4 points this quarter. Here's Levine.
Hey, Clark, you got such a defense,
4
man.
for 7 shooting and looking for more.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Bass with the screen. Williams from outside, but they'll get another chance. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well.
Sign up for it, because I want to
make some adjustments.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Hibbert. Bryant comes in for Lou Williams. And it's Russell in for Jordan Clarkson. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. Now here's Kobe. 16 points for him. Granger dishes to Bynum. With his first shot attempt, that is good. Bynum's got it all tied up now for the Lakers. Here's Levine.
Good day.
He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So a tie game here as we finish the first half.
They didn't do anything.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, thank you. Roy, I know you have just a couple seconds, but in a nutshell, what's going to be your approach going into the second half?
Well, we're just going to make sure we keep them off the board and keep them out of transition.
Thank you, Roy. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. The first quarter was all about Kobe Bryant. He had 16 points and 2 assists. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
Shaq, what you think about Minnesota?
Well, how about that contribution they got from the bench? Nice. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. I would be surprised to see them dig a little deeper into that bench. Some games you just got to go with the lineups that are working and just improvise, Ernie.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
I'm on National Airline.
Neither side jumping out ahead for the first 2 quarters.
Well, you know,
Kobe having just a fantastic game. 16 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
We've got Danny Granger. Russell is out there with Kobe. Then there's Andrew Bynum. And it's Bass in at the power forward position. That's the Laker 5.
And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year, and they're pushed to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics had traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helps.
And going back to Brandon Bass, he was Boston's only enforcer down low once Sullinger went out with the broken foot. At that point, Greg, no one thought the Celtics would make the playoffs, but Bass helped push them in.
And last season, one of the most meaningful in Bass's career in terms of his contributions toward the bottom line. A lifetime role player. The outcomes of many games last year were swayed by how well he performed.
Russell with a wide open look. Garnett grabs the board. Garnett's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Wiggins drives in, and it's good. Wiggins has got 8 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it.
Yeah,
until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here is Rubio. Following the basket by Kobe Bryant. He got right to the cup using that screen. 10 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Now here's Granger. The shot. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Granger. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Towns. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. It's wearing air defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Minnesota calls timeout. On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Wiggins. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense.
Here is Bryant following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. An even 3-on-3 break. Rubio the pass to Levine. Kept alive, Minnesota, and Towns gets it to go.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
For what?
And Bryant gets the Bynum. And he can't jam it through.
For what?
Timberwolves leading by 3. Towns sets the pick for Rubio. On the wing, Wiggins. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And that's 15 points for Andrew Wiggins. Russell dishes to Bryant. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. The Timberwolves have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. Here's Russell. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup. And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst 37% from the field.
Minnesota making some changes. Nikola Pekovic comes in for Gorgui Dieng, and Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Levine. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Bryant passes to Randall. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Well, Greg, getting back to Young, it's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Parker only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season.
Now, here is Russell. Bynum kicks to Russell. Feeds it to Randall. 2 on the clock. Lets it go with the 3. The shot misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
Now, here is Russell after the miss from...
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Kobe. Hits the jump hook. Kobe's got 23.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
That will count, and that's not going to go. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. And from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
I realize this. I realize this. Respect this here. Check. I realize this.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Minnesota leading by 9. So on the floor for Minnesota. Garnett out there with Jang. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And there's Pekovic. And it's Levine in at the 1. Here's Young. And he bangs it home with one hand.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Minnesota with the ball after the basket by the Lakers. He used that pick to perfection. Pekovic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. Takes a 3, and it's Young. That time on the assist by Russell.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
And yes, sir, that one drops. And that's now 17 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Kobe kicks to Randall, puts it up from 12. That's good.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Minnesota calls timeout.
You know, when you're bad or struggling in the West, things can go south in a hurry. I mean, the Wolves ended with the worst record in the league last year at 16-66, and a lot of those losses came in their conference.
Well, last season, the Wolves did struggle in conference, as was expected. 7-45 against the rest of the Western Conference.
Listen, nothing harder in sports than learning how to win. And there's no doubt that Minnesota took a lot of lumps as a young team last season. 3 of those conference wins that you mentioned, though, did come against playoff teams. So there's that little silver lining of hope.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Rubio's checked in. Now here's Garnett, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. KG, that's good. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Levine. The pass to Wiggins. That pushes it to double digits. And now it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead. The dish to Bryant. Fires the three. Rebound, Minnesota.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you. Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
And for LaVine and his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, LaVine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne. And last season, really a tale of two halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
And that one misses. Well, the Wolves improved just very slightly last year in terms of wins, Clark. The quality of play on the floor, though, was visible.
Yeah, and, the team's point differential was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was certainly noticeable.
Here's Levine following the basket by Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
At the line for the Lakers, Kevin Garnett.
The first one falls. And guys, KG is so loved and has given so much to the area of Minneapolis, St. Paul, the state of Minnesota. He really, Clark, views it as his home.
And Kevin, you started with him there in Minnesota when he got underway in the league. Fans love having him there and involved with the franchise again for sure.
Towns, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. And here's Rubio following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Rubio. 15 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And, you know, for Garnett, after his playing days are over, I got to believe he's going to be looking to take some ownership in this Wolves organization. He is a beloved figure here in Minneapolis.
Now, here is Russell after the miss from Ricky Rubio.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Kobe dishes to Young. Rubio against Kobe. Shot from the low block. That's good. Kobe's got 14 points now in the second half.
And if KG did become a shareholder in the Wolves, it would be wild. I mean, could you imagine how intimidating contract negotiations would be with him sitting across the table? And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him. He has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about the knees, man. he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.